What's good, everybody? It is your boy Super Saiyan Cab here with something that honestly, I'm not seeing that much being talked about it on. A couple of the homies who have given me information, like RDF has taken notice of this stuff. I've seen others take notice of it on Twitter as well. Another prominent one, LNS, the homie LNS. You guys may know him. If you don't, you should check him out on YouTube. He's a homie, very funny YouTuber, things like that. A little bit weird at times, though. Anyways, they've taken notice of the broken changes that have come to Xenoverse 2, while there are a bunch of others out there who seem to just really be enjoying the update as of right now. And I'll say this, cast characters have definitely become much more fun just because you're doing that much more damage with them. Like, cast characters and mentors and stuff like that are definitely more fun now. The damage output is definitely higher than it used to be with them. And then some of the new DLC characters are very, very fun. Like Super Saiyan God Vegeta, probably the funnest DLC character that we've ever gotten, even though he is a reskin in the sense of it's still Vegeta, but he has new combos, new moves, all type of stuff like that. He is a very, very fun DLC character. Like I said, probably one of the funnest, if not the funnest, that we have ever gotten on Xenoverse 2. But that is paid DLC. We're talking about the update here, guys. The update honestly did some good things. It took away unvanishables, it nerfed fake death, it did stuff like that. But then at the same time, it did a lot more bad than it actually did good in Xenoverse 2. And I actually wrote this stuff down because it just needs to be talked about. Like I said, not many people are talking about it, so we're going to jump straight into this. And for all those who are like, oh, you just hating on the game, nah. Everything I'm about to mention is straight fact of what they ruined in Xenoverse 2 or changed for a negative way. First and foremost, 2 Bar Vases. We're not going to spend too much time on this because y'all know how I feel. Y'all know I think it. 2 Bar Vases. How stupid does that sound, especially when only like 15 to 20% of them are 2 bar evasives. So you're telling me that only 15 to 20% of evasives that all have a similar effect and all are meant for the same purpose take 2 bars of stamina while all the rest take 3 bars? Do you realize what kind of issue that can cause? First and foremost, CACs will only be using that for the most part. If you're a CAC not using a 2 bar evasive, one, you either have a lot of pride, shout out to you for that, or I don't know what's really wrong with you. Maybe you don't know about them, because 2 bar evasives are much more viable than a 3 bar evasive. You literally have 2 bar evasives like Fake Blast. You have 2 bar evasives like Hits Time Skip evasive, which did get a buff. It is better now than it used to be. You can actually hit your opponent, go into a combo immediately afterwards as well, if it works the way I've seen it being used by the computer. Like, literally, if the computer uses it against me with hit, they're able to go into a combo immediately afterwards before I'm able to get away. And I know the thing did the move got a buff, so I'm assuming that's really what the buff was for. So again, these are 2 bar evasives that you can use to start combos, you can use to get away to where you're completely safe, you can't take damage from a back hit or even have the chance of the back hit hitting you. Stuff like that just really is not good when it comes to these 2 bar evasives. And then when it comes to cast characters, if you're playing cast on cast battles and one cast character doesn't have a 2 bar evasive and the other does, the one with that 2 bar evasive immediately gets an advantage in that regard, because you still have an evasive that is safe and you can use it with only using 2 bars as opposed to 3. What's the point of Z vanishing at that point in time if you could potentially dish out a little bit of damage and go into another combo that is guaranteed for you with that evasive pretty much, as opposed to Z vanishing? Anything can happen. Your opponent can back hit, you can get hit by it, you can perfect block it, you can backstep and come back and counter. Like, there's a lot of things that can go on in that situation, but again, with these 2 bar vases, that kind of takes that away, and it kind of gives cast characters, and especially in a cast on cast battle, the advantage if one has that and the other does not. So to me, they're just honestly very, very stupid. If you were going to put 2 bar vases in the game, you should have made every evasive 2 bars, and then you should have made Z vanishing 1 bar, so there's an actual difference between the two. Just saying. Now, the next thing that they messed up, in my opinion, is back hits. Back hits, they kind of ruined. They took out some of the frames or something like that, to where basically, or no, they made vanishing have more frames or more iframes, to basically where until they are completely there, like until they completely appear, you are not able to hit them with a back hit. That does make vanishing a bit more safe, but at the same time, it ruins that whole predicting part of Xenoverse 2. Being able to predict your opponent and hit them with that back hit right when they vanish, right when they appear on you, was something that, helped you in matches, could give you the advantage in matches. If you were good at predicting back hits, I'm sad to say that that is kind of taken away from you. Like, they took that away from you because back hits or Z vanishes now have more iframes to where it takes longer for the back hit to actually connect, and you can't just back hit immediately when they pop up. It will not work anymore, which is just very, very dumb in my opinion. Like, it took away the whole prediction factor of Xenoverse 2 with back hits, and back hits have almost become pointless at the same time. It's almost better to completely just stop back hitting unless you have an opponent that is an absolute idiot and just continues to charge in at you right when they vanish and stuff like that. It's almost better not to back hit at this point in time. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about, guys, is these skills that they decided to buff once again. You know, some skills did need a buff, I'll give them that. But at the same time, there were some skills out there that just did not need a buff. Like, some skills were buffed to an extent that they are just kind of OP. There's new skills that are like new aura slides, quote unquote. I'm not going to say the skill at all. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to promote it. I don't want anyone to see it like, oh, that skill I could use like aura slide. No. Trying to have that, so I'm not going to promote and say what skills that is, but there is a specific skill in particular that is probably a better version of aura slide than what aura slide actually was, in a sense, because you're going to get more damage, you're still going to get that stagger and be able to continue your combo, and it's a stagger in the sense to where you're getting a combo off without giving your opponent that infinite stamina back. So again, stuff like that. I believe Handy Cannon was nerfed or buffed once again to at first when it dropped, it took 1 bar key, then they nerfed it to 2 bar key, and I believe they buffed it again back to 1 bar key. Not exactly sure on that. Someone actually told me that on Twitter, but that could be another example. There's some skills out here that are just doing insane damage now. Like, last time we got a patch update like this for the 126 skills, the first time they changed that around, people were already saying, wow, there's just already way too many high damaging skills in this game. Now literally every skill in this game can almost one-shot. That's absolutely insane. Why would you make it to where so many skills can do so much damage? The battles are just going to go by like this. Like, literally, a Kaioken Kamehameha in base form on my Saiyan male CAC does like 6,300 damage. When I go blue or blue evolution, I'm reaching the territories of 8 to 9k. A times 10 Kamehameha fully charged on blue evolution is doing over 10k. Like, how insane is this stuff? Why would y'all put this in the game? I can do a simple knockdown combo with my blue evolution male Saiyan, go into a Kaioken Kamehameha. I'm looking at like 14k of damage. That's almost a bar and a half of damage, and I didn't even do anything really. I just did a simple knockdown combo into a Kaioken Kamehameha, and I got all that damage off. Huh? That makes no sense. Why would you do that? If you were going to do that, you should have made it to where all characters have more health than they already do. Some did get a buff to their health as far as the cast characters go, but it wasn't much to where these matches are really going to last much longer. And then again, the CACs really got no change in that regard at all in any way, shape, or form. So again, with all these skills doing this high damage, matches are going to be much quicker, much more uneventful in my opinion. It's going to be based off knockaway into an attack all the time. That's what a lot of the damage is going to come. That's what a lot of people are probably going to try and do when it comes to when people start figuring out how much high damage moves there really are out there at this point in time. Like, way more than there already was in the game, and there were so many one shots and so many OP things added. But this update added on to that and just made it that much more of abundance of skills like this, to where pretty much every skill in the game is high damaging and very good. Which, you know, it could have been good if they would have just added more health to the characters, to where the matches still took longer or excuse me, still took the same amount of time at the very least. So I like some of the changes they made with the updates to the skills, but then some of them, man, just made some skills too OP, and you can really see how you can end matches instantly with this new update as well. Now, the next thing I'm talking about right here, guys, is timidness. It's like they wanted to enhance timidness. First and foremost, they made guarding that much more OP, that much more safe, that much more easy to use, that much more easy to punish with. So that is a prime example of something that'll help the timids out without question. I mean, it's what they do. They literally sit back, they wait for perfect blocks, things like that, step block, all type of stuff. That's what they do. So that helps them out in that sense. And then it also helped out the timid players in this sense. There are those timid players that like to just snap vanish constantly. Snap. But a downfall to doing that at times, if you messed up your snap and snap through somebody, which is a mistake usually, they snap through, they would get a bar stamina taken. Why does that take a bar stamina? Let's think about it. One, it could be used if you're using it purposely in a smart way to get behind your opponent and then punish them. Okay, that's one. Two, it could be you're spamming the stamina vanish and you accidentally went through me and you wasted a bar stamina because you're a straight dumbass. So you could have either been rewarded from it or you could have been punished by it. But again, it should still take 1 bar. Like, yes, it happens. Everybody does it on accident every now and then. I've done it. I'm sure you guys have done it right now. If you say you haven't done it, you're an absolute lie, unless you just never played Xenoverse 2. Just saying. But again, why would you take that away? That just helps the timid players. That just helps the snap vanish spamming that is already existent in Xenoverse 2. I just don't get it. It's like they don't even look at the game and the true issues, or look at anything that a YouTuber ever does and look at what issues are really in this game. I don't understand it. It makes no sense. Just saying. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about, guys, is something that they've constantly kind of been doing even before the DLC. You know, they added in those 30 Super Souls where some of them were just extremely OP and broken. Well, they've done that once again. You know, they've added in more Super Souls that are just broken and OP and, yeah, shouldn't be in the game. I mean, think about it. You got one Super Soul. I'm not going to say the name of the Super Soul, who they even come from, because I don't want these to spread like that. But I'm going to say the effects of them. There's literally a Super Soul out there that gives you 3 bars of stamina and 3 bars of ki extra. The whole match. The whole match. You get 3 bars. So you telling me I can center my build to be an absolute glass cannon monster, and then put on this Super Soul and I still got a good amount of ki and stamina? Huh? Because you think about it, you get 5 bars of ki and stamina if you have no QQ Bang in negative effect if you have them on 0 stats at level 99. You put this Super Soul on, you got 8 bars of ki and 8 bars of stamina. If that's not good enough, I don't know what is. Yes, it's not 10 or anything like that. You can still be at a disadvantage in the stamina game at the start of matches, but you still got 8, and you got an absolute glass cannon build going at the same time. What? Why would you do that? Why? I don't get it. Then also you like to add a Super Soul, and you know, like, grabbing wasn't already kind of easy enough, especially if you want to have that timid playstyle. A Super Soul that gives an XXL, XX, not XL, XXL. You know, we almost reaching that triple X, which is just on another level. Anyway, don't matter. We don't even talk about it. But double X, L, damage boost, 2 grabs. What? You telling me there's grabs that literally can do over 5,000 damage with this Super Soul on? What? You telling me I could kill somebody with 2 bars of health in 4 grabs? If you think that this is not an issue and the things I talked about in this video are not issues within Xenoverse 2's brand new update, then you're just, you're oblivious. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. It's like you don't want to see these problems. Maybe you just want Xenoverse to thrive so bad that you just want to be oblivious to the issues that this DLC has truly added in, man. Like I said, I literally listed these things down. I don't know why they did this to the game. I don't know why they... Oh, and that's not even to mention. Hold on. Let me mention one more thing. They made the burst dashing. You know, the burst to break people's stamina, or just the regular burst to close in on them. The regular burst, if you don't do the additional input, costs 0 stamina. That was literally the major issue of Kaioken Goku's. They would spam that constantly. Super Confidence. And now a CAC can do it. There's no stamina loss. That was the whole point of going Kaioken, so they could constantly spam that. Now CACs can do this. Why, game? Why would you do this? Why would you add stuff like this? It's like y'all don't know. Do y'all not watch? Do y'all not see YouTubers out here? Rhymestyle, Siriax, Burkle, LNS, me, Astita. Like, come on, bruh. Where y'all at? Y'all don't pay attention? It don't make sense, man. It really doesn't. What are y'all doing at Bandai and Dimps? Do y'all just like, let me think, this will be a good idea for the game? You know, I suck at the game personally. This is Dimps and Bandai people talking. I suck at the game personally, so let me do this so I can actually be some kind of decent. Is that what y'all got going in your head? I'm starting to sweat here. I'm getting hot. So I think I'm going to end this video here. I've mentioned everything that I wanted to. You know, I've gone over all the stuff that I wanted to in this video. So again, I think we're going to end it right here. I'm starting to sweat. I'm going to go need to take a shower after this because this just got me heated, just saying. I didn't plan on getting like this, but it actually did. Got my hormones all going, and I'm hyped right now. Just saying. But let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you guys think about everything I said in this video down below in the comments. How do you guys feel towards the new update? Do you like some of the stuff? Like I mentioned, like I said, there's some good stuff that came from this update. Do not get me wrong. But Xenoverse is that game that always takes 1 step forward, but then it's going to take 2 to 3 backwards. like they did within this update, as I explained through this video. So again, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments about everything I had to say within this video. But as always, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, hope you have a good day. Peace.